Does it change your opinion about anything, knowing that Gabby was strangled? Does Brian have a history of violence or anything, or have you noticed anything with the relationship with Gabby since she lived in your home?
Yeah, silence from Brian Laundrie's dad, Chris, this morning on a pre-dawn gas station run, less than 24 hours after strangulation was revealed as the cause of Gabby Petito's killing. Her longtime boyfriend, Brian, is the only person of interest and has been missing for almost a month. Here now, John Walsh, host of In Pursuit with John Walsh on Investigation Discovery. His special Gabby Petito ID'd special report airs tonight, 9/8 Central Time. John, always great to have you. I heard you on the call yesterday with the Teton County Coroner's Office asking why in the world that Brian Laundrie has not even been accused of being a murderer. Is it your sense, John, that they don't have the evidence here they need?
Well, I think they're doing it for two reasons, and I really don't understand. I've been FBI Man of the Year twice, and I've caught 17 guys off the 10, and we work together. But why they haven't released that nationwide warrant for homicide and let everybody in, the marshals and everybody else? We need to catch this creep. He's a coward. He's a horrible weasel. And if he gets cornered and his horrible parents, the despicable, dirty Laundries, his mom and dad that are financing his run, if they gave him a gun, if he gets cornered, he might take somebody out. But it's a matter of time for this guy. And I think the coroner, Dr. Blue, he did the right thing. He called in. He's not a medical examiner. He's a doctor. So he called in a forensic pathologist, entomologist, anthropologist, toxicology. And he did the right thing. I always say, keep the body as long as you need to, because you will be the most important witness in that trial. So he did that, and I'm just waiting for the FBI to release that warrant. And because he said, there's no other suspect, Trace. There is no person of interest. That's old semantics. He's the suspect. Release that warrant and let everybody hunt this coward down.
But you make a good point there. I mean, Brian Laundrie has been gone for more than a month. We have zero evidence. Nothing really has been spotted that's concrete. And I want you to listen to an FBI researcher who said this. Watch.
The fact that he has such a home field advantage with going there frequently and knowing exactly what the landscape is like.
She's talking about him hiding in the local parks and nature preserves there, possibly. Do you think he has a home field advantage here? What's going on, John?
He's not a Navy SEAL. He's not a survivalist. He brags. We got a tip from a friend of Abby's who said, you got to be aware that Brian brags about living on the Appalachian Trail for 3 months out of his backpack. But he's a mama's boy. He can't exist. He's getting help, Trace. He's getting help. He's getting help from the parents. And I'm praying someday that they will be arrested for aiding and abetting an escaped felon. Maybe the lawyer, too, Bertolino, the wannabe Johnny Cochran that's representing him. But he's getting help, and that's why he's staying out there. And we've had over 1,000 tips to my hotline about equal between the Appalachian Trail and heading south through Mexico. Could be anywhere, though. The father, when he went on that little camping spree, the three of them, then they told the neighbors that they were going to go away for a 3-day weekend. Brian was visible in the back seat. They saw him at the campground, and then all of a sudden the father and Brian disappear. And who comes home but the dirty Laundries, mom and dad, without Brian? So that gave them a 3-day head start. Then the DePitos filed the missing persons warrant. Missing persons issue. Then the lawyer calls a week later after that and says, we want to do the right thing. Brian's missing. He went to a nearby swamp, and mom and dad found his car. Like that, big preserve. They find the car, and they leave Brian a note. Mom says, if you're hurting, Brian, you might kill yourself, come home. Then they bring the Mustang home without Brian on Thursday, and they wait till Friday. The lawyer, Bertolino, calls up and says, he says, we're afraid for Brian. He's dead in that swamp. Trace, it was a red herring. They bought him 4 more days. He had an 8-day head start on everybody.
16 seconds left in the show. John Walsh, always great to see you. Everybody deserves due process, including the parents. It's always great to get your insight, John.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.